Alright guys, let's do some train shenanigans. What do you say? Let's see. Alright. Who's ready? Alright, so we went to a train show and we got some new things, and I think we ought to play with them. Let's see, we'll just start with the, well, I don't know if I'd call it the best thing, but one of the best things. And actually, let me get the chat open here. Always forget that little part. Let's see. Figure out where it is. There it is. Alright, I appear to be the first one in the chat. Yay! I don't like for people to feel like they're being ignored. That's not cool. Alright, so let's see here. Let's start with, like I was saying before I spaced out and figured I didn't have the chat. Let's go ahead and start the standard gauge, which we got at the last train show. This guy is quite sharp. Watch it. So cool. Just wow. So I'm quite pleased with this guy. Appears that somebody has gone through him and fixed all the things that are typically wrong with these guys, like the wheels and the wires and the lamp holders, and I couldn't be any more pleased with this if I had to be. So alright, cool. So one of the other things that we got, and I had not heard of this before, was a unique art locomotive, and one of my people in the last live stream told me that it would connect to regular like Lionel type couplers, so thank you for that tip, because otherwise I'd have never known. So alright, so we have some, actually these are K-line boxcars behind it, and then I believe it's a Lionel caboose. But anyway, let's see if I can get him going. I put a light bulb in him, so that was kind of fun. That light bulb was stuck, or the old light bulb was stuck in there pretty doggone good. But we got it out with only a slight injury to my finger. Toys could be dangerous, guys. Alright, so check that out. Wow. That is, uh-oh. Well, you know, they just don't like for me to sit down, do they? Alright, well, you know, I guess I gotta go fix it. Darn it. Doggone it. Alright, be right back. Already. Alright, so I am back. Hello, Gingsman. Welcome. So alright, so I think I have everything fixed here on the unique art. I'm not sure what it caused that, actually. So we'll see. We'll see soon enough. You know, everything works flawlessly until I start the live stream. I think that's just the general rule of a live stream. It's going to work that way. Alright, so the other night I did kind of a video and I ran the standard gauge. I feel like I ran it too much, so I want to watch for that tonight. Don't want to run it too much at any given time. They are not a lot of fun to repair, and it's actually quite expensive. So we definitely want to watch out for him. So alright, so what next? What else? What can we do? So I think we'll get this bicentennial locomotive going, and this will probably be the last time that we run him for a while. Not that I'm not enjoying it, but I mean I think we featured him in the last I don't know, 6 of 6 live streams, and he is fully repaired now and fully up to the task. So it's time for somebody else to get on that track probably and show off. So all right, let's get him going. I am quite impressed with that bugger we put in there. Just, I mean, effortless. very, very cool. Could not ask for anything better. Really couldn't. Alright, so one of the things I did since the last live stream is I repaired the pickup that fell off of the American Flyer Blue Comet, and so now he works again. What happened is that during that last little train pileup we had, apparently that little retainer that holds him on got bent a little bit, so it didn't have enough tension to hold him on there, and so it's just my pliers, and he's good to go again. So all right, let's get him going. Let's stop talking about it. Let's just do it. All right. Yes. Awesome. Love it. I love it when things work. Hey, Aurora, how are you doing? Caught you singing earlier. Pretty good stuff. Alright, so let's turn down this bicentennial. He's going like way too fast. And I think I'm going to go ahead and take a liberty and give the center gauge a little bit of a break. Like I said, I think the other night we probably ran him just a little bit too much. You know, new toys. So, alright. Getting a warning that says something. Let's see what this says. Does it say I'm not doing anything, or what does it say? Please configure both primary and backup streams correctly. Okay, I don't know what that means. Alright, well, you know what? I'm going to ignore it because I am pretty sure it's working. You know, I could probably look on my phone and see. Alright, let me do that just because I don't know what that warning means. Likely it's not, it means nothing. So let's see. Let me see. Let's see. Oops. Let's see, live. There we go, let's see what we see. No, it looks good on the stream, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Alright, cool. I don't have any clue what that warning means, but it can just stay. Alright, so let's get this GB9 going. It's always a kind of a crowd favorite. For a second there, I thought he wasn't going to start. That would have been embarrassing. You know, everything works prior to the stream. Everything. Always. It's alright, he's going kind of at a slowish pace, which I kind of like. So alright, over there on the far end, we had to replace, well, something just went weird. Okay, yay, now I don't know why, but I couldn't see my chat there for a second. Let's see. There we go. Now I can see it. Doing good here, Aurora. Doing good. Running trains, being happy. It's alright, what was I saying? Oh yeah, over there on the other side, we had to change out the Diamond Jubilee, the marks over there. I think we wore out his brushes. I ordered some new ones today, but it will take a minute or two to get them. In the meantime, I switched it out to this other Marks locomotive, and I'm actually not quite sure what he is because somebody has restored him and repainted him and renumbered him, and so I really don't know. But in any case, he works really well, and we're just gonna give him a little bit of run, a little bit of time here. I haven't actually run this guy a lot since I've had him, so he kind of needs it. There he goes. He works pretty well. You know, I don't know this, but I rather suspect the same person that restored the blue and gold one that we have restored this one, and I have no basis for that other than the paint job looks kind of the same, and the mechanicals and the way they did it looks kind of the same. You know, kind of fingerprints. So all right, let's get this MTH going. The other night we had him stopped on the crisscross, and it was exactly the spot that he couldn't get power. So that was kind of embarrassing because he always works. There you go. Just flawless. Loving it. So alright, as you probably have already seen, as you probably already know, because, you know, I kind of like told the world, we bought some passenger cars for the G-Scale, and they are the All-Star It'll come out of my mouth in a minute. All-Star Circus passenger cars, and they look really, really sharp behind that Santa Fe G scale. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get it started. It's all right. We're doing pretty good so far. All right, let's get this other American Flyer going, and I think that's probably this guy. Yep, there we go. That's the American Flyer Baldwin, and he's one of my favorites, just simply because he just works. Very good. All right, so can we see any of the N scale at all? Barely. You know what? I'm going to make him just go because, you know, the other day I was showing just about this much of the N scale, and somebody goes, "You know, your train's off the track, right?" And I'm like, "Whoa! How did they see that?" No, actually, what they said was, "You know, your train car's off the track." I'm like, "Whoa! Better eyes than me." All right, so what else? We got the Mickey Mouse over here. I love the Mickey Mouse. Now, some of this stuff I'm going to switch out for other things for the next live stream because we've run some of this quite a bit. Let's slow down the GP6 or or GP9. Did I say GP6? GP9. Wow. All right. Just pretend you didn't hear that. All right, so I'm gonna get this little Santa Fe over here going. He's, you know, I say this every time, but he's one of my favorites. We really need to get him switched out for something else as well. I mean, he's done his dues on entertaining us. All right, so Mickey Mouse. Let's see, which one is he? I believe he's this one. And then we gotta turn on the whatever you call this, the Lion Chief control. And usually I start him first because that way you can hear the horn blow, but yeah, probably not now. Well, I hear nothing. I kind of hear it. I don't know if you guys could hear it or not. All right, so in any case, let's get him going. There he goes. Bye. So awesome. So all right, so far everything is working fairly well. I probably just jinxed it, so that means everything will crash and burn here in a minute. Oh, I hope it doesn't literally burn. Actually, I hope it doesn't crash either, but all right, so I need to slow down this Marks because he is being just a little too eager over there. Those Marks have a tendency to go faster as they warm up, so you kind of got to watch them because they will sneak up on you and they will fly off the track. Alright, so let's see here. I'm going to do that American Flyer over there, I suppose. Well, he's not going. So that's one down for tonight. Alright, well, I got another one. I'm not sure why he didn't go. Well, that one was going, I just turned him off for some reason. Alright, so I only represent one of the steam locomotives for the American Flyer tonight, I guess. So he's only running by himself because I cannot for the life of me keep those cars attached to to these steam engines. I think I'm going to go ahead and switch them out, and for all you American Flyer purists, you might want to hold your ears, but I'm going to switch them out to the knuckle type couplers, which is a later type coupler. I know that's a little taboo, but I kind of like to run my trains and I kind of like things to work. Alright, so what else have we got? We could go ahead and start back up the standard gauge. He's probably rested enough. So I think when I go and get that other standard gauge locomotive that we bought that we still have not seen, I think we'll do a video where we just kind of compare all of the standard gauge stuff that we have so far. And that might be kind of fun, I think. Because, you know, we've got, you know, stuff that's really, really early, then we've got stuff that's, you know, the later iteration, the Lionel remake. So that might be a fun comparison, I don't know. Alright. I'm having fun. I really am. So, alright, it is currently 8:47, and I'm going to try to have this all shut down by 9:30. That's the plan. It never seems to work out that way because I get lost Lost in time. When we're doing the train stuff. All right, so so far everything looks pretty happy. Everything looks like it's working really well, which means that something 60 can probably go wrong. Oh goodness. So I'm really curious why that one American Flyer isn't going over there, the steam engine. It's right, but you know, he just has decided that he's going to say no tonight, apparently. So I did look at some S-gauge fast track today, and I'm wondering if that might be an answer to some of our track woes. I don't know. Heard some very mixed reviews on that, so I'm not really sure what to think. All right, very, very cool. That bicentennial train is really showing off tonight. The other night we went to run them, and apparently there was something on the track, and I think it came off of my shoe, is what I think. Probably some cleaner when I'm off the floor, or, I don't know. And anyway, he was like slipping and sliding. I was like, no. But he's working fine tonight, so that's bound to have been what it was. So I'm going to slow him down a little bit. I think he's going a little too fast, showing off just a little bit too much. All right, well, you know, I don't really know, but I feel like this is looking pretty freaking awesome. All right, guys. So it's just now Tuesday in the week, and I hope you guys are having a good week so far. At least we got past Monday. Mondays always tend to be kind of error. So I don't know. There's a few things on my calendar tomorrow that I'm kind of sort of dreading, but you know, we will see. Bet I get through it either way, and I bet I get home to play with the trains. So I guess if that happens, then everything worked out well. Oh goodness! So I'm looking forward to lighting up those G-scale passenger cars. Just got to figure out a way to do it, because I know it's going to look really sharp when I do. Alright, so I think this may be the longest that everything has run without just totally screwing up. So, likely it's not, I just jinxed it. Oh goodness. So cool. It's just, this has got to be like the best topic ever. So if tomorrow does turn into a stinker of a day, we can always come home and run trains and kind of reset ourselves. It's funny how that works, but it does work. All right, so let's see. I'm kind of not digging the music that's playing at the moment. I like that word, digging. So let's see what I can do about that. I know I can do something. I just got to figure out which one's playing. So let's see. I can go to the next one. Let's see. I like this one better, yeah, I think. So somebody asked once upon a time, and I don't remember who it was, but we get our music from Epidemic Sound, and they didn't pay me to say that. So far, the service has been pretty good. Just pay a flat monthly fee, and you don't have to worry about copyright strikes or any ridiculous stuff like that. I've always wondered on these channels where, you know, like you have people doing covers of songs and stuff, how they don't get the copyright strikes. I haven't quite figured that out. Not all that abreast with the YouTube rules, I guess. So I kind of err on the side of caution. I quite enjoy the people that do the live streams with the like the live music. That really appeals to me. I think the channel name is Sky18, and they have some really good stuff on there. I mean, it's just like wow. And then, you know, they'll have like guests that come in and sing as well. But it is quite enjoyable. I mean, if you like live music, you might like that. I mean, once again, they didn't pay me to say that or anything, but it is really cool, and I enjoy it quite a bit. Spend a little bit of time there. All right, guys. Well, this is awesome. So I'm getting all kinds of errors and weird messages on YouTube tonight. But the good news is that I always have a backup. I always have the DVR here, the local DVR, and so you'll get a nice, clean copy for those that view this later. We learned that the hard way. Sometimes my internet is not the world's best, so I don't think we'll have any like singing on my channel, because that would really be horrible on trying to stream if you had like a bad internet connection. That just no. All right, so on this next round, I'm going to let the standard gauge rest. I think I said this before. Actually, I know I said it before, but you know, if you just like fast forward into the start or whatever, I think the other night we probably ran him a little too much out of the excitement of him being new. So I had, pardon me, I had not ever heard of unique art trains until I got this guy. So as best as I can tell, these came out in the 50s, and Mark sued them. And so yeah, I think all the model train companies at one time or another have sued. Alright guys, this is really, really fun. I cannot get over how well everything is acting and behaving, and this is almost unheard of. I think I've sat down for, what, a solid 5 minutes without having to get up. That's crazy. That never happens here. Never, never, never. Well, I guess I can't say never, because yes, here we are. So I'm going to slow down this the little Santa Fe over here. So I'm not sure what we will run next on these tracks. I only have one other G-scale locomotive with the smaller steam type engine, so we may have to run the well, we don't have to, but we may still run the G-scale Santa Fe. I feel like that MTH on the crisscross track has done more than his share to entertain us, so we will probably relieve him, put something else over there. We have, you know, plenty of stuff. It's just I get my favorites and things that behave, and that's what I tend to run. Alright, so what's looking good, what's looking bad? As far as I can tell, it's all good. This is kind of crazy. Alright, so I'm going to check out this error message that I got here. Oops. I'm not sure how I keep doing and undoing this, but okay. Alright, so let's see. Oops. Alright, so I'm really not sure. Alright, well, you know what? I'm going to ignore it because I know it's going to the local DVR, and so yeah, we can do whatever it wants, I guess. Alright, very cool. So the chat is really quiet tonight, so I don't know, something else going on tonight, maybe. Well, that's okay, because you know, you guys can watch this at any time. You don't have to watch it live. And frankly, I don't have a schedule. I don't do a schedule because I never know what the heck I'm going to be doing. I didn't know I was going to be doing this 30 minutes before I was doing it. So there you go. Kind of hard to plan for something you don't know about. All right. This is awesome. Loving this. So the hobby shop that I bought the other standard gauge that we're going to go pick up this week is a couple miles from my office, and I don't know exactly when I'm going to make it there, but it will be sometime this week, and I can hardly wait. So be the first available opportunity. It'll probably depend on what exactly is going on and what kind of day I have. or days I have. Sometimes the days tend to be a little insane. Okay, they tend to be a lot insane. We tend to have meetings about meetings, and then we'll have follow-up meetings about the same meetings. And by the time you're done, you basically sit through the same meeting 3, 4, 5 times. But on the other hand, we want it to be right. We want it to be good. I like it to be good because that's me. That's my job. And I'm pretty good at it. So yeah. All right. So let's see if that ugly message disappeared or what's going on. I don't see it now. It's all right. I wonder if I could see the. Let's see. Your stats. All right. Well, I don't know. I don't know what any of that means. All right. Well, I'm gonna assume everything's good. I don't really know. All right. So back to the train. Back to the good stuff. So I see that the American Flyer Blue Comet over here has stopped. I cannot tell you why. It may have snapped off on breaker. Not sure what else is on that transformer. I'll find out here in a minute though. Alright. Apparently the little sanatorium is on the same deal. So, alright, I'm not sure what happened. I wonder if his little pickup came off again. I might have to stand up to look. Hey Paul, how you doing, bud? Alright, let me stand up and see if I can see what the deal is with that guy. He was working so well. Can't see from here, so I'm just going to have to stand up, I guess. Alright, I'm going to take a second. Alright, so that's the first time that's ever happened. I lost power to the track. It didn't have anything to do with the train at all. I wonder if that has anything to do with that pickup falling off last time. Maybe it messed it up or something. In any case, it's working now. Alright. You know, one of the people in the last live stream told me, Paul, that the Lionel type couplers will just slip over that big coupler on the back, and he was right. So that was excellent advice, or an excellent observation, because otherwise we'd be just running them by himself. Those are actually K-line cars, but they have the same coupler as Lionel. All right, so let's run the standard gauge. We're not running him too much at any one time. We ran him the other night, and probably I ran him too much. I mean, there's nothing wrong with him. I just don't want there to be anything wrong with him. The repairs on that little motor tend to be pretty doggone expensive when things go wrong. So, Paul, I was saying earlier that I think after tonight we'll probably take the bicentennial locomotive off the track and run something else. I think we've run them in the last 6 of 6 live streams. So time to run something different. Although I really enjoy seeing them go. Definitely have proved his hardiness now, and I'm mighty proud of that, frankly. So I replaced that the front light bulb on the unique art locomotive, and boogered up my finger pretty good doing it. Man, that old light bulb was stuck in there good. I looked at a couple of them on eBay, and apparently that socket is prone to rust pretty good, or corrode or whatever. But I did get it out, and I got the new one in. Now, when it burns out, I don't know exactly what we're gonna do, but something a little bit different than what I did last time. So let's see, what has crashed? What has happened? Honestly, I think everything is working really, really well tonight. The only thing that's not working is one of the American Flyers there on the big loop, and I think that's probably a track issue. Thinking about getting some S-scale fast track for those steam locomotives. I know that's like kind of taboo and kind of controversial, but I'm having a heck of a time with this tubular track for some reason with those steam locomotives. So I think it would be worth a shot to try it. A little bit of money, but I don't know. Kind of miss seeing them go. That, and I'm thinking about changing out those hasp type couplers to the later knuckle type couplers, because I just cannot seem to get those train cars to stay behind those steam locomotives for some reason. And I never noticed that they've come apart until something crashes. Yeah, I had never heard of a unique art either. Apparently they were largely a toy company, tin litho type toys, very similar to Mark's, and then we just lost the standard gauge, fell off the track, that's okay. Anyway, they apparently made the tin litho toys very similar to Mark's, and then they kind of dabbled into the train world, and Mark sued them. So there's not a lot of them out there, and most of them are the steam engine, and in my opinion, I think this diesel looks far superior to the steam engine that they have also, so I feel like we got lucky on this guy. So alright, I know what happened to the standard gauge. It has nothing to do with the train at all. That's the same spot. The train track came apart last night, so apparently I got a loose joint or something over there. I have some of those standard gauge, I don't know what you call them, the joiners that keep it from sliding apart, but they are already at the other building, so I don't have them here to use. So I may wander over there and try to put the track back together. I think things are running slow enough tonight that I can probably do that without causing any major catastrophes. The the other night, I don't know if it's the last live stream or the live stream before that. It's like one little thing happened, and then I I personally caused about everything in that loop to just go crazy. Not, just wreck. Train. It's supposed to have an E unit, but somebody has retrofitted it with the other type motor, so that somebody had some fun with that. And then the latest, I think they call it Lionel Classics or whatever it is, the remake of that steam engine, it has an E unit, and it kind of drives me crazy. It always wants to go reverse, it never wants to go forwards. I have to hear the E unit to know how to make it go forward, so in a situation like this, it'd be real difficult. All right. So I think we determined that this new standard gauge was made around 1924 to 1926, somewhere in there. That's just based on the cars that it has and the production dates that it was made. So I think it's a pretty good guess. All right. I can't wait to see what other what other standard gauge locomotive I bought sight unseen, not even knowing what it is. It'd be very interesting. So the only thing I know is that it came with track and it runs very poorly. Yeah, it's 100 years old. It's just, I guess the term "they don't make them like they used to" comes to mind. So that caboose that I have has steps, and the steps were broken off, and they were in a plastic bag, and they came with it, but I cannot figure out for the life of me how they originally attached. So I guess I'm gonna have to go online and look at some photos or something. I have another one of those, or similar, if it's not the same, caboose, but I don't think it has steps either. So maybe they just all broke off. I don't know. All right. Everything's looking pretty doggone happy. So tomorrow night, I think if I go and get the other standard gauge locomotive, what I think I'll do is I'll do a video and we can kind of look at whatever I bought plus this one plus the 10E plus the two standard gauge steam engines, and we'll just kind of compare them and look at them. I think that might be a cool video to do. Be fun. All right. So I don't remember who it was the last live stream that suggested that I move the camera to this angle, but I quite like it. Here pretty soon, when things get rolling a little bit better, I'm gonna get a better camera to do this. That one that we have tonight, it looks actually pretty good, but most of the night the autofocus just does not serve us well. And then if you put it in manual, it does some other funky things. It was just a what do you call it? An Amazon cheapie. It said for vloggers and live streaming, so that's probably the first clue that it wasn't all that great. I don't know. So anyway, you don't know what you don't know. I really like those new passenger cars we got. I'm kind of enamored with all the circus type stuff, but unfortunately everybody else seems to be the same way, so it tends to be prohibitively expensive. Those weren't prohibitively expensive, but most of that circus train stuff is. That and anything military related, which is a shame because I like that too. Not because it's popular or whatever, but just because I think it's cool. So last year I was going to do a July 4th video, and that's actually what spurred the purchase of the bicentennial locomotive, because I didn't have anything red, white, and blue. I didn't have anything with an American flag on it. I was just like amazed. I was like, wait a minute. I have all this train stuff, and nothing's red, white, and blue, and nothing has flags or any kind of nod to America or history or anything. And it just like kind of made me sad. So this year we got a few things that we can do. We have that Marx blue and gold locomotive that I bought, and got a couple of cars that I'm working on that were, well, basically they're kind of garbage, frankly. And anyway, I painted one white, I painted one red, so I think that'll look really cool all together. So at least we have something this year. I was looking at some Lionel ones that had the flag and I think some LED stuff on it, but those are kind of expensive too. So I don't know. Kind of like all the things that I like, everybody else likes. How do you like it, Paul? Is it good? Or I guess what I'll say is, do you like it? So I think this may be the longest time that everything has behaved itself and performed well. So alright, I think this next round I'm going to stop the standard gauge and let him rest a minute. I'm sure he's fine, but a little paranoid about that guy. So who makes that, Paul? Is that Lionel or is that MT? Who is that? So this is going to sound weird, but I can hardly wait for this, well, not to be over, but for when this is over, to look at the playback, because with me sitting here, I kind of have to watch the watch the physical trains as opposed to the monitor. But every time I turn my head to look at the monitor, it looks super freaking cool. I love it. Oh wow! I've heard really mixed reviews on the Lionel HO. So you have to tell me how that goes, Paul. I've been scared. I have a lot of, well, I won't say a lot, but more than a few HO trains. But that HO track over there is, right now it's out of commission because I borrowed a bunch of it to do my little prop over there that I still have yet to do the video for. I'm still waiting on some more stuff, but. Four by 12 is a nice size. I met somebody at the last train show that was telling me they had a 4x8 in the garage, and his wife is waiting for him to clean it up. As in, like, take it away. I said, is that happening? He said, no. Oh, goodness. So the train show prior to that, when I ran into another person that watches the channel, he says, you did that video where you're going to clean up the room. He said, you didn't clean up anything. I said, no, I straightened up and, made everything so it wouldn't collide and, pick things up that had fallen over. And he goes, oh, I thought you were cleaning up, taking up the room. I'm like, no. Ooh, wow, an airport. Yes. I have an airport, kind of, sort of. It's going to sound a little crazy, but I didn't have enough room to do my airport the way that I actually wanted to do it. So when I get all this stuff moved to the other location where we're going to do this, it'll be nothing but trains. It won't be a house. So I'll have more options where I can set stuff up and set it up kind of permanently, and I want to do the airport and some of the bigger buildings. Like I have a hospital over there and some sort of really cool looking factory, but I don't really have a place to put them. So do you have that? Do you have like a room for that, Paul, or is it like something that's dedicated, or something you have to like take down? When I was a child, I had a 4x8 that my grandfather built for me, and he made it to where it was on pulleys and ropes, and you could like hoist it up to the ceiling so we could get the car in the garage. But it was the funniest thing, it was never hoisted up and the car never went in the garage again. Oh, okay, so you have a basement. Alright, yeah, we don't, there are some basements in Texas, but not very many. Especially not in the Houston area. They would tend to be full of water most of the time. Alright, so my marks has sped up a little bit on me again. I think that's the most I have actually run that locomotive since I have owned him. Had some issues with him being kind of stiff when I first got him, and we had to kind of take him apart. Then what happened is somebody took him completely apart and cleaned him, and then when they put him back together, they had the wheels pressed on too tight. So I had to kind of work and jimmy those out a little bit. And now it works great. All right, yeah, that's good. That's a good idea. Put it on rollers. Well, now, I hadn't thought about that. So the place that I'm moving this stuff to, it's a well, it used to be a house, kind of a farm type house. And anyway, there's nothing in there, but there is some like stud walls, and I'm not gonna close them up, not on the inside anyway. And I think I'm going to work my layout around those. And anyway, I don't know. I made a video once upon a time showing everybody, and then I don't know. I don't guess I ever posted that. I don't know. I have to look for it because it's kind of cool. So the other night I saw that, what's the channel? Twisted MacGyver or something like that? Yeah, I think that's the name of the channel. Sorry if it's wrong, but I think it's right. Anyway, he had this, had a layout where where the loops kind of came out and back around and out and back around. I really like that idea. I never thought to do that. I get so many cool ideas by watching other people's channels. So if I steal that, I'm sorry. Well, I'm not sorry actually, but yeah, I don't think he'll mind anyway. Seems like a really cool guy. All right, so the American Flyer Baldwin has stopped, and I'm not sure why. Probably because the American Flyer steam engine that's over there on the same transformer probably just kicked out on breakers. So let's see. That is what happened. That is exactly what happened. All right. So it's always fun to watch these later and see how long it took me to realize that something had stopped. Sometimes it's quite a while. Yeah, I really like that idea because, especially from a like a video standpoint, you know, you see it going and then coming and then going and then coming. I think that's really cool, and I think that's really sharp. So, all right, I bet the standard gauge is cool enough to run a little bit more. Let's try it out. I can't get over how well that runs. That's the only standard gauge locomotive that I've ever bought that I just put it on the track and it worked. That Lionel 10E I got, ooh, wow. We went through some stuff to get him to run. The first steam engine, the early steam engine I got was kind of the same way, and I thought, oh well, I've done the 10E, I know what to expect, and no, I did not know what to expect because that steam engine has a cast iron frame, and they are notorious for breaking. Fortunately, I found one aftermarket, and it worked out really well, and otherwise, he would have never gone again. I still need to drop back and change the axle bearings for him. I keep forgetting about that. He works, but only because we reversed the gears, which gave it a little more teeth, and that's very limited time. It's not even a fix; it's a rig. So yeah, I need to do that. We got really lucky on the 10E. That's the third motor I've had in him. The first one was just completely, worn out. Burnt windings, and the armature I couldn't get it to stay together. And then the second motor I had, I don't know what happened to it. It just kind of imploded. But the third motor we got, I guess third time's a charm. He works perfect. He works as well as this one running right now. All right. Kind of excited about getting more standard gauge track that's usable. I don't think there's room to add a single other thing in here, but if there is, we'll do it. I'm looking around, I don't see it. I don't see it. my American Fire Baldwin stopped yet again. Ponderous. Put that on the breaker again. So I'm thinking that probably that steam engine over there is getting a little tired. So I'm going to shut him off. That'll just, oops, well, I think I shut off the Bolton. No problem, I can do that. Alright, so we'll get him going. I feel really lucky to have gotten that American Flower Baldwin. He is just really a nice, I won't call it utilitarian, but just a good working, don't have to worry about it, locomotive, and sometimes that's kind of just what you want. I did look today briefly to see what kind of other S-gauge stuff we could get, and I didn't see anything that just kind of caught my eye. I was telling somebody over the weekend that I have a Royal Blue, and he's quite minty. He's quite nice, but I don't really trust him on these tracks. My tracks are quite poor, so maybe if we get the better, newer track, maybe we'll show him off a little bit. I had him in the early days on some of the live streams, I think, but not in a while. Alright. Man, this is good. Alright, so I said I was going to do this until 9:30, and I think I will be true to my word. It's 9:31, so I'm not terribly true to my word, but I'm going to go ahead and start shutting all this stuff down, and I'll tell you guys good night. Then probably I'll go to sleep and dream of trains, which will be good. And then tomorrow I'll go to work, probably get stressed out again, and want to do it all over again. Probably how that works. There we go. So the standard gauge is stopped, and we'll stop this. Actually, I want to stop him over on the other side. I decided I like that, the way that looks better, the way the camera is now. I know it's weird, but whatever. Alright, so then we'll stop the unique art over here at the same. I stopped him too quick. He does have a E unit. Hello. Which actually works really, really well. Alright, well that's good enough. And then the Blue Comet seems to have stopped again. Oh well. Close enough, I guess. It's alright, we'll pull this Baldwin over here. So sometimes parking the trains is kind of fun. Alright, then the GP9. And then the bicentennial, I can't stop it exactly. Well, yeah, I can. I was going to say I can't. I can. There, that looks pretty sharp. Then on the end of the room, we'll get this G-scale of him. There we go. I like him there. And then this MTH can stop anywhere but the crisscross. So that's good. That works. And then this other little marks, he can just pull over here where we can kind of see them, kind of in front of that little station. There we go, perfect. Alright, the little Santa Fe, get him over here. I sure do enjoy that one. Alright, then the little S-scale, I mean S-scale, N-scale, hello. Yes, it's definitely time for bed. Alright, last but not least, I think we have the Mickey Mouse train. Get him stopped. Alright. Well, he didn't exactly stop where I wanted him to stop. These line chief remotes are a little counterintuitive for an old man. Now he's going backwards. Why is he going backwards? Well, okay. He may have to. Oops. Okay, well, you know, whatever makes you happy, buddy. Alright, well, it looks like he's gonna stop there. You know, I suspect that maybe we need batteries. Well, next time, GGS Railways out.